It looks like snow. I don't want snow while I'm in the Skoolie. This one reminds me of Rin from Waves of Abundance. She's so cute and young and hip. The only difference is her hair is blonde, not gray, and it's completely natural. All right, enough playing around. We've got to get some tile up. And we need some heat in the bus that's more than the 1 pound tank of propane. So come on, hit the subscribe button and follow along with us on this journey while we turn the 94 Bluebird school bus into a full-time RV called a Skoolie. Come on. I cannot lift above my head and take that big 55-inch TV down out of my kitchen, by the way. We have a TV in my kitchen. I mean, a really big TV in the kitchen. Okay, so here is our temporary fix when it comes to our tile. Our tile is a little on the expensive side, but I love it. So while we're waiting to get all that together, because tile is not first on the list, this is it's actually wallpaper. It's very, very thick, and it is, you can feel it. I mean, it's bumpy, and it's very, very nice wallpaper. However, one roll of it, got it caught. One roll was only $17. And it is a big roll, right? And I've already used a bunch of it. As you can see, I put it up on the one wall already. So we'll trim out the window and all that kind of stuff. Now I can actually put the shiplap up further. We can get the kitchen area, get it done. You know what I mean by that? So at least presentable, so it looks good and will be fully insulated in the kitchen. And, you know, it'll be a little more decorative. I've gotten ready for you. I put on some makeup. And it is the day 2. We gotta get this tile done. It's really not tile. You guys understand that, right? It's not tile. It's wallpaper. And it's very temporary. So, you know, still give us a thumbs up, okay? It's not my preferred thing either. And yet it looks kind of good in the background, right? And so we'll shiplap the rest of this. We're gonna get this tile in, this wallpaper in right now so that we can shiplap up. And we will get to the actual tile later. So our tile, I showed you, right? I did show you. I did show you, did I? Well, let me show you now. I was gonna save it for later. The goal, okay, so things change. Don't hold us to this, okay? I mean it, don't hold us to it. But our tile, that's what our tile looks like. This is what we have picked out. It's very French country. Apparently that's the goal in the bus. You know, antique brass. Muted blues. Shiplap, wood counters. Oh, that's the goal, is to put that kind of tile in too high. So that's going to be around $260, $300. We are going to do this right here. So take a look. Okay. I am wrestling like crazy with this wallpaper and I'm losing. I just totally messed all of it up. I bent it in places I didn't want to bend it. I can't seem to match it up in the corner. I don't think I should go into the profession of a professional wallpaper person. What is that called anyway? Nope. Now I'm going to recut it. I can't even roll it right. Flip it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, tell that to my brain. I just have to sort of match it up because in that corner, right there, I'm gonna have a finishing corner piece of wood there. This right here, no good. With the temporary wallpaper up, then it was time to get on to the propane tank. We needed a constant source of heat. So one of the frustration is that when you don't know what you're doing, you do it wrong. Or you want to redo it later. Or your partner's doing one thing and you didn't know you were doing that and then you got to redo it. I don't know. It has everything to do with redoing it. And then the other thing has everything to do with the Tetris game of living in a bus. When you're in a small space, you're constantly picking up pieces, moving them here in order to get to the piece behind it. And you're doing it over and over and over and over and over.
Because we're living in the damn bus while we're doing this renovation.
And Jim's got a problem that we live in the bus while doing the renovation. Oh, you have a problem.
Not a problem. The frustration is living in the bus.
Problem, frustration, is that not the same word?
No.
It is.
Problem is an entity.
It is the same.
Living in the bus, you have to move all your crap every time you want to go do something.
Tetris.
You only have 225 square feet. So you move all of that into the bus to do something right here, this big, and you gotta move all of it back to this end of the bus to get out the door to go cut whatever you need.
Here's the funny part for me. Jim has talked about living in the van. Living in a van, doing van life. Oh my gosh. 225 square feet. I believe that we are lucky sons of guns. That's all I got.
I didn't say we weren't lucky. It's a process.
So, as you can see, Jim's home. I was hoping to get this outlet swapped around before Jim got home. Just so that this part, the electrical part, was out of the way before he got home. Again, not quite doing it all the way right. Thought we would just show you the frustration side of putting the bus together. It's real, people. It's real. Yes?
I can cut it down to size if you want me to. If you want it half that size or whatever. Set up with the salt.
Did you break a sweat doing that?
Drill.
I got the drill. Hi, Bobby. Poor babies. They do not like these noises. You guys notice I have the yellow outlet in here. The used outlet.
restore outlet.
Restore.
Refurbish.
Habitat for humanity. Ta-da! So we had to cut a hole in our drawer, the back of our long drawer. In order to put the gas line underneath the stove.
Is that screw longer than the countertop is thick?
Yes.
Maybe if I go at an angle. All right. Ouch. I'm good. So now that should keep that hose out of the way from getting hung up on the drawer. Does that make sense? And that plugs in that, and the freezer will eventually plug in there too. Done.
Here's the deal. This line goes up to the stove, and this line comes out to the heater. This right here is called a splitter. I'll have a link below for that. And then we also have the splitter that measures how much is in the tank. It matters. Thing that matters is what line you use for this particular Mr. Buddy. They make a difference. You have to use the line that is specific from Mr. Buddy. You cannot use a knockoff. And this right here is called a filter. What happens to these filters or these lines is they're filled with a ton of oil. And if you don't have this filter right here on the actual Mr. Buddy line, you will get way too much oil and it'll all go into your Mr. Buddy and it will gunk it up. Here's how Jim will explain how to clean said Mr. Buddy. We learned this the hard way, you guys. Don't do what we do. Do what we learned, okay? Check it out.
Take this off. And there's a pilot tube right down in there. So if you have a Mr. Buddy, there's some preventative maintenance you can do. That pilot tube right there at the end of my finger. There's a little clicker. There's some other little thing.
How you gonna get in there?
You take a Q-tip. You take a Q-tip. And you take off the excess cotton on the tip. And you dip it in isopropyl alcohol.
Rubbing alcohol.
Alcohol, tequila, whatever. You dip it down in there and clean it all out, and then you blow it out with some air, which there's quite a bit of dust.
Lots of hot air right here.
So if your flame is not like a torch type flame, like a blue torch looking flame coming out of there, you need to clean that pilot hole. And then you just put this right back on like that.
Clicks right in?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, that's done. In case any of you are wondering, this is what editing a video looks like in my bus. Princess and Bobby hanging out on my lap. And if I have to get up, they growl. Bobby will growl at me. Yup. It's like I have little kids all over again. So that's gonna wrap up this week's video. I want to say thank you so much for watching and hitting the subscribe button and for coming along on this journey with us. Jim and I and our puppers are very grateful that you are here with us. It just makes it a little more fun for us. So we thank you very much and appreciate it. Bye for now. Mwah.